Hello my friends, I don't know how muffled I am, but I am here at Six Flags Great Adventure for their member preview day. Now the clips I'm showing you right now is what it was like entering the park today. It was actually pretty loose, pretty fast. The things kind of moved really quick. They didn't do an individual temperature check. They were doing like a thermal scanner, and then there was some sort of walk-through security, but I still had to put my bag through a metal detector. So all in all, it was actually a really painless process. The next thing after that was going through the membership line, which unfortunately could have been organized a little bit better because it was kind of a choke point for all the guests, and I saw, you know, people were not sticking to the social distancing rules. Here in the park, I kind of did a walk around and saw that there's a bunch of places for taking off your mask to relax a little bit. The lines for the roller coasters are a little bit high. They have to wipe down in between, and they're doing every other row loading. The next thing that I tried doing, as I kind of did a tour before I started recording here, I tried the mobile order over at Garden State Grill. Not the best thing in the world. They did not update the app to tell you when the food was ready, and I waited almost about an hour until I figured, hey, let me go inside, which is what I was trying to avoid. I was just wanted to go inside, grab my food and get out, but unfortunately that turned into a whole little nightmare there. It's just some poor woman with a tablet trying to manage everything. So hopefully these are kinks that can be ironed out. But for now, let's go explore the park. Now I'm making my way past the fountain here and going to the right, but the thing that I forgot to mention is back there, the Emporium is actually closed for refurbishment. Surprised at the timing. Looks like it's going to become something else. I'm gonna put up some B-roll that I took of the actual name of it because the name is escaping me. But we're gonna turn around here and start heading towards the big wheel. While I'm walking down here, I'm just pointing out a couple of the locations that are closed because it's probably difficult to social distance inside these small, tight buildings here. I see that the big wheel has I noticed is most of the lines, just like this big wheel that we're walking up to here, the lines look a lot longer than they are because of how evenly spaced everybody is. I don't know if they're doing wipe downs on the big wheel, but I do know on the roller coasters they are. Just taking a look at the big wheel here, trying to estimate. I've been sitting here for like 2 minutes and it hasn't moved, which is a little surprising. And you can see the sky is very, very gray. I think we're gonna get some rain pretty soon. I can feel the humidity kind of being sucked out of the air, which is not a good sign. In the back here, this little gazebo area has turned into a mask break zone. It's just nice to see that they have these kind of peppered around the park. Looks like they moved the Flash Pass stuff over here so it's open air, which is a great idea. But dang, the lines, even for Dippin' Dots, the lines look obscene. I did walk by Granny's before. That line looked ridiculous. I just see people waiting outside. And I'm walking over here by Granny's Kitchen, and there is a huge line for mobile ordering. I don't know if they are updating their apps when you order from them, and I don't want to find out because of that line. Holy moly. I'm just circling around Granny's here, going to the other side, and I see all the outdoor dining that they've added here, which is awesome to see, because unfortunately you cannot dine indoors right now, so you can't eat inside. So your only option is the benches, and there weren't quite as many benches over in the boardwalk area as there are here. Now I'm approaching in front of Skull Mountain, and I see one of the many different sanitizing stations that they have here, which I appreciate that they made these see-through. I've seen other places that have them covered, and it's really annoying to go up to an empty one and have touched the actual dispensers. So all right, so apparently there is like a little back area where you can see a much better look at here. I'm currently throwing the camera over a fence here, and there it is. Man, this is gonna be an amazing ride. I'm really excited for this. I think a lot of people are. All right, awesome. We got supports going on everywhere. I don't see the station yet. I don't know exactly where that's supposed to go. I want to say it's somewhere in these supports up front. So this is almost like an out and back type of thing. That's kind of what I'm seeing. I wonder what kind of airtime you're going to get on this. It's a bummer that this is going to be postponed. I was really hoping maybe for Fright Fest they would sneak it in because it kind of really works well with the theming and all that stuff. But all right. Well, until next year, Jersey Devil. I think I'm going to go check out and see how it actually is on Nitro and El Toro, because those are by far my favorites here in the park. And I'll report back to you how it actually is. I know a lot of people have wondered about having the mask on a roller coaster and whether or not it would fly off, and that's something I kind of want to experience. So I'm going to go see how Nitro is. Let's head over there. All right, as you can see, the line, if I can zoom in right here, is all the way back this way right now. I've seen a lot of people coming out this way. I gotta put my stuff in the locker, but I don't even have a guess as to how long this line could be because everybody's kind of distant from each other. So I'm guessing like maybe a half hour, but we'll find out real soon. All right, be right back. Just got done with Nitro, started making my way to see how Batman is. It is bad. I'll go over there in a second to catch a clip of it, but Nitro took about 35, 40-ish minutes. They were wiping down in between each station, alternating rows. Because of the social distancing, it's tough. The mask did stay on, but because of all the rules and guidelines that are in place, it's going to take a while, especially even though the attendance is capped, I think today at like 30% of park capacity. It's still going to be a while to get on these rides because of all the guidelines that they have to meet with cleaning. All right, so I'm coming up here on Batman the Ride, and where the line is giving me flashbacks to like the 90s before Six Flags declared a war on lines. Look at how far back it is right now. Whew. That is brutal. I mean, I've seen it before where it took up the entirety of the space, but you can see that. I'm going to zoom here. Down there, they actually have the markers. So at some point, they anticipated that this was going to stretch this far back. But right now, it's just out here. That's still kind of crazy. So that's a bummer about Batman, about the lines in general. It is tough, but I get it. Totally get it. I'm walking by right now, Hall of Justice right here. The Justice League Battle for Metropolis, which is closed. I guess social distancing was not going to be really easy to do on something like that ride. So unfortunately, it is not operating. One thing I did want to mention is about the mask wearing. It is about 93 today or something like that. And I don't know, I haven't taken the mask off other than to take a few sips of my drink and haven't used the relaxation zone. This hasn't been that bad, to be honest. I'm a little used to this because I work in a lab. So I have PPE on a lot of the times. So for me, this kind of feels comfortable and familiar. But I understand for a lot of people, it's something new, different, and maybe just not the most comfortable for them, especially if you're wearing a cloth one and you're sweating all day and kind of just soaks in there. I can't imagine that being comfortable. They have a lot of loud music going on in that area by the fountain, but we're gonna keep walking by here through the boardwalk area. And I noticed that they are doing the games. They are doing all those games. They will either wipe the whatever it is that it's in use down, give you single-use gloves, or dispose of whatever the game item is that might interact with the customer. So at least there's that this is going on. So I'm just going to reiterate it again here because I did really quickly at the beginning of the video. I tried mobile ordering here and did not get any sort of update whether or not my food was ready. I was able to make the order very easily. They took my money very easily. I waited almost 45 minutes for them to update it. So I just ended up going inside, and the cashier, some poor woman with a tablet full of mobile orders, was just not updating them. And so I had to go and tell her personally, here's what I mobile ordered, which kind of defeats the purpose because a lot of people went inside to complain about the same exact thing. All right, heading down this way towards the Plaza De Cana, which means El Toro, which is the only other coaster that I really want to do today, given how long it takes to get those lines going. So gonna head over this way. I'm looking to the right here. I don't know if I'll do a walk by there. I don't know if the log flume is down. It doesn't look like anybody's there though, so I highly doubt it. It doesn't seem like water rides are a thing right now because Hurricane Harbor isn't open, so I'd imagine it's going to be a little while till log flume is open. Over at Discovery Gifts, I don't know if you guys are feeling extra patriotic, but there is a lovely red, white, and blue poop hat here. And this is one of the few stores that's open currently, so go check it out. Just admiring this sea lion doing, I don't know exactly what, but I was on my way to El Toro and I spotted this. All right, after that quick sea lion break, we are ready to go into Plaza de Carnaval properly. And it sounds pretty quiet. They have no music going. That's weird. Hope I see El Toro come by. If it's down, that'll be unfortunate. Oh boy, found some very new poop hats. I have not seen these before. Wow. Someday they're gonna have a poop hat wearing a poop hat, aren't they? That's going to be a thing. I assume these were going to be sold for Cinco de Mayo, and here they are. come and get them. They're at that store by El Toro. So here we are in front of El Toro, and speaking with the ride ops, it's kind of intermittent in terms of reliability. It's been down a lot, so it's unfortunate. And even though there's 3 rows in each car, they're only allowing the front of each car to be filled. So it's going to be a while. I truly think I might skip this one. Maybe go back and do something else. See how Bizzaro is. But what a bummer. This one is going to be tough because it's got really tiny capacity if they're only doing 2 or 1 out of 3 rows for every car. Oh, wow. Sounds like something's happening. All right. I'm guessing I'm not getting on El Toro though. So this is kind of a random shot, but I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes with this sort of shot lined up to take a photo. It's been about 10 minutes, going on 15, and I'm just seeing the car go by here. So, that's going to be a long wait. I'm pretty much convinced now that maybe I should skip this one. But I'm going to set up for the shot, and I'll be with you in a moment. All right, I'm here at Bizzaro now, and it looks like the line is moving somewhat fast, but the queue is pretty far back. I'm going to go scope it out a little bit. But first, I'm going to snap a quick photo right here with all of this stuff. I have gotten one right here, which I'm trying to line up like for you. I'm thinking of doing that again. Taking a look at the Flash Pass line, it's not too bad, but down here with the regular line, there's a lot going on there, and honestly, it looks like it's going to be tough to social distance throughout all of this, so I might give this a pass, to be honest, because if you guys know, up there at the station, it's usually quite messy. It wasn't so much at Nitro, but here, typically, it's kind of a mess, so I think I'm going to pass on this one as well, to be honest. I'm not feeling too safe about it. All right, I'm trusting that this is in focus because I can't see the screen. It's so sunny. I am sweating. The mask is not bothering me. It's just the sweat in general, and I need to get something else to drink. I'm walking over here by where the safari entrance was for the safari off-road adventure, if that's what it's even called. They have kept the drive-through portion of this, which I assume is because using those trucks and everything would be impossible for social distancing and all that, so it's just easier, and they make a little bit of extra money on that because not everybody's trying to come into the park. Just FYI, that was one of the reasons that there was so much traffic coming in, is because the safari and the theme park had to use kind of like the same entrance and then split off eventually, but that required a lot of merging, especially of the middle lane that you would use to come in. So that created a big bottleneck of everyone trying to merge left and right. So something to keep in mind when you do come out here. Not sure how much of that's being seen because of the backlight there, but Best of the West is closed off, so that is one quick service less that we'll be able to use here, which is a shame because it seems like, you know, people got to eat when they're here, and this is one of the bigger quick service places that they have on property. I wanted to see what the deal was with the Golden Kingdom over here, and King de Ka and Zumanjaro are not operating. Who knows for how long. Oh, sadness. Now that would be an interesting one to keep a mask on. That's for sure with King de Ka. But okay, that's gonna have to hopefully come back online some other time. I wonder what the difference really is besides the speed that they would have to worry about. I don't know, but we're gonna make our way out here towards we'll check on Superman, we'll check on Green Lantern, and then I think we're gonna call it pretty soon. All right, saying hi here to the pretzel roll. Nice to see you. It's been a while. Fun little roll there. I don't want to go to the Green Lantern. I'm not a fan of that ride, even, but I'm curious what the wait is. So this is about as good a shot as I'm going to get of the queue right now. It is pretty socially distanced, which is nice. They have a train leaving right now. So let's start the timer here. Now while I'm waiting here, I think I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone because I can see back there, of course it's blocked off by the track of Superman, that the Green Lantern one is actually going, and that only took about 5 minutes or so because it's been about the time that I've been standing here. So that one, surprising. It does usually take like 5 to 10 minutes even on a good day. That one has, wow, there's barely anybody on it. So well, I guess the line must be pretty short then. So the train just went by. I was trying to snag a photo of the pretzel roll, but I missed it, and it was about 7 minutes to get about 12 people onto this coaster, which means 12 people at a time at most, maybe 16 if you completely fill each row. That's brutal. That's gonna be a long wait. So I don't know. I think they really need to employ the virtual queues in order to make this sustainable, because that's a lot of time just chilling in the sun. All right, I'm standing here in front of the Houdini Great Escape or whatever, just because there's some shade here finally. It's hot. And I want to say after, what time is it, like 5 o'clock or something like that? After, I want to say 3 to 4 hours in the direct heat, the mask was kind of bugging me. I did take a break. You want to say hi? I got somebody here who wants to say hi. Do you want to finish my video? Guys want to do the outro?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you famous?
No. All right, so kind of recapping the day. Getting into the park with the lanes being shared by the safari, that was really rough. Getting into the parking lot and parking was fine, and getting into the park itself was fine. Mobile order was just not what it was supposed to be, not where it was supposed to be at. The roller coasters, just because they had to clean in between every train, it was almost impossible to really get on it. Some people were telling me that it's taken them anywhere between an hour and 2 hours to get onto a roller coaster. So I hopefully, they sent surveys out about a virtual queue being a thing on the apps, and hopefully that does become a thing, because otherwise I don't know how they continue doing this like this, because standing in those lines is reminiscent of how it used to be back in the 90s when people would be in line all the time, all day. And half of that is because most of these attractions right now are closed. So right now, probably not the best time to be coming to Six Flags until they kind of get everything together. I'm probably going to give it about 2 weeks until I come back personally. But if you come on a weekday, because they are going to be open every day, that's probably the time to come. But I imagine that this weekend with the holidays is going to be brutal. But those are just some of my thoughts, guys. Hope this helped. I'll see you next time.
Hi, my name is Rashawn Delonda. My name is Angelina, and we're making our own adventure.